Okay, that was Jamie Foxx with Kanye West with Extravaganza. Yeah, I think everybody does, Tori. He has a little background on this. The album debuted as number 2 on the U.S. Billboard 200 with 597,000 copies sold in its first week. Second week, the album rose to number 1, making Fox as the 4th artist to ever win an Academy Award for acting while achieving a number 1 album on the U.S. Billboard charts. Way to go, Jamie Foxx. Not a bad voice, but I don't know. Kind of ballad songs. I'm not too much into those. But anyway, that was Mr. Jamie Foxx. Okay, here's everybody's favorite coming up. David Hasselhoff. The Hoff, okay. Believe it or not, Tori will give us some background music. The Hoff's music career. He made an album, so interesting. Tori will give us some background on him. The Hoff's music career took over Flagstaff in the 1980s and achieved some success, believe it or not. He's also known to perform his single at the Berlin Wall on New Year's Eve, 89. Okay. In 1994, I can't see anymore, he was scheduled to perform a concert on pay-per-view from Atlantic City. It was supposed to help reignite his singing career. I didn't know he had one. Oh, yeah, it was like, definitely. I didn't know he had a singing career, but okay. I had Tori will fill us in on the background. But here it is, Looking for Freedom.
One morning in June, some 20 years ago, I was born a rich man's son. I had everything that money could buy, but freedom I had none. I've been looking for freedom. I've been looking so long. I've been looking for freedom. Still the search goes on. I've been looking for freedom since I left my hometown. I've been looking for freedom. Still it can't be found. I headed down the track, my baggage on my back. I left the city far behind. Walking down that road with my heavy load, trying to find some peace of mind. Father said, you'll be sorry, son, if you leave your home this way. And when you realize the freedom money buys, you'll come running home someday. I've been looking for freedom. I've been looking so long. I've been looking for freedom. Still the search goes on. I've been looking for freedom since I left my hometown. I've been looking for freedom. Still it can't be found. I paid a lot of dues and plenty to lose, traveling across the land. Worked on the farm, got some muscle in my arm, but still I'm not a self-made man. I'll be on the run for many years to come. I'll be searching door to door, and given some time, someday I'm gonna find the freedom I've been searching for.
That kind of sounded like a revival, no? Crazy, crazy. Thank you, Ike. I appreciate it. Tori's background on the Hoff. He was scheduled to perform in '94 at a pay-per-view concert in Atlantic City. But at the night of the concert, O.J. Simpson was involved in the famous police chase in Southern California. Kind of overshadowed him, didn't he? That sounded kind of like a tent revival. Also, he says viewership of the concert was lower than expected due to the coverage of the chase. The concert event was a $1.5 million loss. What a surprise. They should have rescheduled it. That was silly not to. Here's another one from him called Song of the Night. Is there anything this man hasn't tried? I don't know. What did you guys think of that? It sounded like a tent revival. Let's go. Okay, let's try this one.
This next song has a very funny story connected with it because we almost cut this from the Freedom Tour concert. We weren't sure if it would fit in with the set, but we tried it one night and the entire audience went crazy. Everybody knew the words and everybody got up and applauded. And it's definitely got the German beat. So get up and sing along with this one.
The light of day is fading. You're asleep beside me. I'd give my life if you would stay. But this is where you leave me and close the door behind you upon the secret of your game. I'm facing a night of loneliness. Song of the night, I'm lost in the emptiness. We never shared
Sounded like Oka to me. Is he trying to be a Tom Jones type person? I don't know. Anyway, Tori has some background. The Hoff's music career took off in the late 80s. Go figure. His album, Looking for Freedom, went triple platinum in Europe and number one in German pop charts in the spring of 89. Mostly in Europe then. Okay. He also said, I don't think the Hoff expected a police chase to get more viewers than his pay-per-view concert. No kidding. Do you really think it would have made a difference? Not so sure. Not so sure. His singing career? Yeah, okay. I'm just going to leave that at that. Okay, and last I have a guy who's hilarious. He plays a banjo phenomenally. Mr. Steve Martin. He has an album, The Crow, and it's got new songs for the 5-string banjo. He is something else with that banjo. Who'd have thought somebody like that could play the banjo like that? Dolly Parton and Vince Gill are featured on the album as well. So I'm going to play the feature song, The Crow, from the album, and I got a treat for you at the end. Okay, hang on.
We're going to play a song called The Crow, which is the title song of my first bluegrass record, for which I walked away with the Grammy for Best Bluegrass Album. Thank you. And then later, I found out I had actually won it. All right, I'll kick this one off. It's called The Crow. Here we go.